Hey, course builders! Welcome to another walkthrough video for Respondus for Realize It questions. So you're going to get a bunch of questions and a question template from your SMEs, and you got to figure out a way to format that thing and put it through Respondus, and then you'll be able to easily ingest it into Realize It, which is what you want. So I'm going to do that. And here we go. And all the links for Respondus is the license and the file. They're in GoogleDrive. If you just search for Respondus, you can find them in there. Because there's a couple little permissions and junk you have to figure out to get the thing to install. Alright, so we're here in Government 100 Week 1. Let's just grab a question template. How about the development of the Constitution? Now, normally you're going to want it to be in a docx format, because that's the kind that Respondus likes, not a Google Doc. So you're going to do this, and it's, just download it and as a Word doc. So cool, that's done. And then it's usually good practice to just check the thing out, as far as just if there's any questions beneath. I'm not say that. Questions beneath the bunch of the hashtags that might be like a different format. So where is it? Open. Fine. Okay, this looks fine. So this one seems pretty straightforward. All we got are, your typical multiple choice. One thing they're going to have to fix is this dang all of the above, because Realize It by default randomizes questions. So, sorry. That's just something that you got to click through it and do. But I think all in all, it's still faster to do this via Respondus than build all these manually out and Realize It. So you just say all of these responses are correct. Great. And then these all look good, execute okay, and no really funky kinds of question types. Great. Woo. Save it. It should be okay. One thing I'm a little worried about in this one is these fractions. But we'll see if they get pulled in successfully. Yahoo. So, gonna go away. Wow. Alright, now Respondus. Got it. You should install it. Respondus 4.0 campus-wide. It's probably going to try to get me an update. Yeah, I'll just say renew that later. Cool, and we're here. So, first thing is import questions from a text file. Boop. And then up here, you're going to want to make it a docx. Find the docx. I forget what it is. This one. And you have to give it a name of sorts. So, development of Constitution. That's fine. And it makes you preview it. Yeah, I don't know why. So we've got 1, 2, 3, and 7 questions have no answer choices, and 3 questions have no correct answers. Well, that's sad. Probably should just stop recording. And we're back. Sorry, everyone. That was both sad and annoying. So, one thing you need to stress with your SMEs is make sure they're writing these things in Word docs and then putting them in Google Drive as Word docs rather than Google Docs. So what I did right there was download straight from a Google Doc. Google converted it, and I tried to toss it in Respondus. Not happy. So one thing that I did to make it a little better, Control A or whatever, go into Styles and do clear formatting, but that knocks out all of the answer choices and the numbering. So then you got to go back in and redesignate the dang numbered lists right here, up here, and either make them A, B, C, and 1, 2, 4. So not only that made this great. I don't know why there's a 6 here. That's not good. So that makes it at least more friendly to Respondus, and won't get as many errors. So that it'll actually work. So I'm going to try this again. Save. Import questions. Docx. Browse. Development of Constitution, whatever. I'll just call this constdev. Preview. Now, let's see if we get any errors. 5 questions have no answer choices. Well, that's sad. So, first answer is set as correct. Well, let's just keep going and see what it looks like when we preview the questions. So, file saves. Makes it seem like it's an error. So now you can actually take a look at these questions. So it looks like most of the text came in but it looks like the answers are not, which is sad. You know what was messed up? I think it was because down here it said answer key rather than answers. So I changed it to answers, and now I'm going to save it. And now I'm going to go back to Respondus because, in case you couldn't tell, I love Respondus. Import questions. Let's try again. Docx. That same thing. Good. Const dev. Preview. Oh man. Can't believe I spelled that right in the wrong way 2 consecutive times. Okay. No warnings. No warnings. Let's finish this. What a bunch. Okay, great. These all look for blah, blah, blah. You can always add in more, adjust the point values. You really don't have to do anything else on this screen. So preview and publish up here in the tab. Save QTIXML. This is fine as default. Points as percentage, and then the zip file. That's what you want. Save as. Call this something. I'll just throw it on the desktop. Cost dev. Save. And what does this make it seem like it's an error? So minimize this, and now you can see the cost devs right there. So on to realize it. Here we go. Now we've got the right activity. The development of the Constitution is right here, and we already have a pen on it. That's good. Otherwise, you wouldn't have an authoring file attached. So there's already content in here, but there isn't any questions. Wait, there aren't any questions. There isn't a question block. So just keep that in mind. So the ingest thing looks like this little blue arrow up here in the left. So we're gonna do that. So we get to pick our file. Yay. So let's go to desktop and let's find it. Got it. You want to check this one because it has questions in it. So that's cool. If there are already questions in there, you can check that one. But there's none in this activity already, so that would just like squish them into the store that's already there. So in this one, just for good luck, ignore word fonts in case there are any funny formattings. The system will like take those out. So ingest. Alright, looks the same. Let's go in and check it out. What our hands hath wrought. Yay! So store, we've got a store in here. Let's see how beautiful it looks. Let's see how beautiful. Okay, and by default, you know, the choices show up afterwards, but it's not really useful because none of these are short answers. But it's really easy to preview them and just make sure, you know, they look alright. And if you ever want to like fully demo them, you can go with this little preview question and say, okay, when did the Constitution ratified? I don't know. It's probably in here somewhere. Question 2. The answer is B. So I forgot they scrambled the scrambles. 1789. Yay, green. Well, that's a glitch they're fixing. So these all look okay. And luckily these are all multiple choice, so it's pretty easy to do. If you ever want to get, you know, something looks funny or something goes wild, you can go and add a question, and you can always use this little option up here to display a preview, and it gives you the answer right here. So this is like the current standing of the question. So that's there if you need it. But this looks good. Okay, now remember, students can't see this, so you gotta do a few things. You need to make a question section, so you call it questions. Yeah, I think I spelled that right. You don't need to make them our main path because there's only one. Mix is fine. New question block. This will save you some time. We apply those changes, and we want to ask 4 questions. Yeah. And use an existing store, so it'll use the one that we already imported in right there. Store number 1. And we're good to go. So confirm. So look at that. We've already got a block made. That's cool. Because remember, store is like all questions. Block is like which questions do you want to be delivered. And then the questions section is like, okay, students will have, where do you want to put the block? And you put it in its own little section. So cool, this looks good. 4 asked. Store up here, store 1. We're asking 4. 4 is good. And these should all be set fine by default. Contributes to evidence of belief. And question can only appear once. If it's math, it might appear more than once because it's variabilized. But you don't need to worry about that whatsoever. So all these settings look copacetic. We shall question check mark. and then you can go preview it and see what it looks like. So isn't that, you're done. That's a crash course in Respondus. We're working on getting the templates to ingest more question types, so stay tuned for, yes, stay tuned for the next iteration of these informative sessions. Take care. Good luck.